this is Ali Reza, and today we are going to work more on drawing lines, drawing curves, and making so that when you move your mouse inside the slots you will see some stuff. Well, let's start with that highlighting options, because honestly that is my first priority, I think. Am I right? Okay, so we are finished. Yeah. So remember, we are here drawing GUI container background layer. Now we can make a foreground layer for that. So we can say Alt Insert and override another method, and that is draw GUI container foreground layer. And this guy, of course, gives us the mouse, oh no, Control Z, okay, mouse X and mouse Y positions. So whatever we do at the end, do we want to call the super? No, we don't need to draw the super. So here, first of all, we want to add another string. In here we define another string for tabs, okay? So the first tab is cartridge factory, chipset factory, parts factory, assembly, ingredients, and there we go, chipset template. Then we want to say int side equals 1 and int index equals to 0. Then we say string text, okay, and GUI rectangle, what the hell, rectangle, and we call it rectangle. Then we say for, and don't we say for I don't have that anymore. That was interesting. For, no, for I, no, we don't have it. Okay, for int I equals to 0, I is less than tabs dot length, and finally I plus plus. In the for loop, we say if active tab is equals to tabs of index I, then we want to say index equals to I. Then we say if I is greater than 2, then we say side is equals to 2. And after that we say rectangle is equals to tabs of index I, and text equals to, now we don't have something, I will add it later, GUI color dot lime plus tab text of I, okay? And finally rectangle dot draw here string that I need to add. We say this, comma, mouse X, comma, mouse Y, comma, side, comma, text. Okay, so we have two things to define. First is the GUI color, that is another reference, and we want our project. Thank you. In references, come down, reference, we need to add that GUI color, okay, and we say GUI color, but it's an enum, so okay. GUI color, well, I took this from VSWE's tutorial, credits to him. First we want enums, and this is the default vanilla code for the colors. Okay. Then we say private int number, and we want another constructor that has number in it, and we say this.number equals number. Then we override another method. Where is it? Override method that calls toString, and we return this guy, backslash u007 A7. This part tells Minecraft that the number that comes after it is the color, and we say integer dot to hexadecimal string, and this string we want is number. Okay, so in here we get the integer part, in here we get the string part, and that's our GUI color. And if I choose the color, we now select this guy, and we need to remove this part, and of course we come up inside imports. Now we should have two GUI colors somewhere. Yeah, GUI color here. We don't want the copied one. We remove that. We want ours, and if I come that, they'll come down to the proper place. Now it asks for our thing. Now here drawString, create method, and in drawString, of course, we get the factory and mouse X, mouse Y, side, and text. Okay. Now in our, where is it? GUI rectangle, we want our draw text, and we say if in rect, and we say our, we will call this GUI, not factory. We will send it GUI, and of course mouse X, mouse Y, and our side. If we are in the rectangle, we want to draw something, and we say GUI dot draw hover drawer string. We gives it arrays of Java util, and dot as list of str string, text, not str, text dot split, and what we want to split it is \n. So we split it on our \n for new lines. In mouse X minus GUI dot get left, and on mouse Y minus GUI dot get top. So what we are doing here, first of all, in GUI factory, we are sending the GUI, the mouse X, mouse Y side, and finally the text. In here, we split the text on \n, that means new line. We draw it on mouse X minus GUI left and mouse X minus GUI top, and we send it back to the GUI and call a method that calls draw hover string. However, we need to define this method now. That is void, and list of string, call it texts, and int of here is mouse. Now this is X, and int of Y. Okay. In our GUI factory, when we come back, we find our draw. Yeah, this is a list, not array. It's a list of, we call texts, okay? And we call draw hovering hover string, hovering text, draw hovering text, sorry, of texts on X and Y, comma, it needs another thing, and we say font renderer obj for the font, okay? So back and forth between GUI rectangle just to split the lines and position it properly. We could do that here, but that's an easier way in my opinion, and we don't want this part anymore. Am I correct? Yeah, we don't need it. Okay, so if I play it now, what would we get? Come on, close it. And, okay. Minecraft and single player. So if I open, just by doing that, if I move my mouse inside a slot, oh, come on, why are you not showing yourself? Well, coming back on top, foreground layer. Oh no, I'm just defining the tabs, sorry, not slots yet. My bad. So, back and inside. So if I move my mouse on tabs, hey, cartridge factory, I should make it on plural, chipset, parts, and of course you won't see it, but assembly, ingredients, and chipset templates. So we got that part. Now the other part is coming next. And before that, I will make it cartridge factory and part factory ingredient. There we go. Factory, maybe. Why not? Assembly and yeah. Okay. Now the next part is our slots. We say if slots of index, remember the first part is the tab dot length does not equals to 0, because if you come up you will see that I have some tabs that has no indication for slots, like this and this one. So if the size is not equals to 0 and the slot texts of the index dot length does not equal to 0, then we go into a for loop for int I equals to 0, I is less than slot texts of index dot length. So here we are getting this part of stuff, for example, this part of stuff. Okay, we want to see the length of this side, and of course I plus plus. We are doing this inside the for loop. First we say rectangle now equals to the slots of index and I. So we got the first slot and going on. Then we say if not strings, the plural strings, yeah, from org Apache core helpers or come Google. I think it's come Google. Let me see. inside my imports. Yeah, it's com Google. Okay, common Google, not com Google. So where was it? Yeah, dot is null or empty. What we want is slots text of index and I. Okay, so what I'm doing is checking that, for example, if this text here is not null or empty, then we want to say do stuff. And the stuff we want to do is that text is equals to GUI color from myself, not the other one, dot line plus slot text of index and I. Okay, then we say rectangle dot draw string from this comma mouse x comma mouse y comma side comma text. Okay, if we run it now, and going inside, you will see that why, what the hell, why I'm not seeing it. Let me see. I'm writing it right after this guy. So index.length text.length is not 0 for int I, slot text index.length I++, rectangle is a slots, index and I. If string does not equal null or empty, slot text index I, GUI line plus slot text of index I. Oh, sides is here 1, okay? Because we always will be the left, okay? Here we go. And now, yeah, here we go. So you see, that it's a very good way to tell your users what should be where. So here we know that we need any kind of chip, iron or gold. Here we need fibers, so fiber goes there, chip goes there, chip goes there. And here we want blank art, so blank art goes there. Here we're going to need glue, so glue goes there. And here accept sticky card. Here we need slot 7. I didn't name them, so I will go through that later. And of course here is slot 2, slot 4, 6, 5, etc., etc. Okay, and here I have slot 1 and 2. Now I will work on these bars. First, I want to remove this guy and say side. And before that, I will say side equals to 1 to keep it persistent. Okay, now here, we will say that rectangle equals to new GUI rectangle of 169, comma 8, comma 3, comma 75, and always I got these magical numbers from Photoshop. So how do I get them? Well, I go into Photoshop and then I will try to estimate the round box and then just tweak it 1 or 2 pixels later just to make it work. So what we want to do is now say rectangle dot draw string this comma mouse x comma mouse y comma site comma. Now this text we want to show is this GUI color dot. First I will go with purple and plus energy and then plus GUI color dot lime plus factory dot get energy get RF energy. Okay, so we get the energy being shown just like, let me show you first. And there we go, energy is 100.0, and this is not how I want to show it. So how should we show it? Well, let's go to the definition. Here I'm returning float. Let's return int, and whatever I'm returning I will cast an int later, because RF system from Coffee Core is just returning integers, so there's no reason for having floats, and this guy should be integer too, so I will make it integer. But here we see that part, and I think now I can see energy is equals 100. There we go. Okay, now I set both of them to integers. I think here, I cast one at least to float to get a float back, so don't forget that, okay? So after these I want to do more stuff. We say if, come on, if active tab is equals to tabs of index 4. So if we are seeing the bars, I will just copy paste the code because it's just drawing more strings. And there we go. So we are just drawing the fluid, glue, diamond, oil, and we get the code. Then we are adding more stuff. This is interesting because I don't have it yet. Wow, fiber name, get fiber index. What the hell is that? Well, fiber name is another index somewhere, and of course it's in the GUI itself, so it's another array of text. There we go. So it's black, blue, brown, diamond, ender, gold, blah blah blah. Okay, but now get fiber index, and we want to create a method. Okay, and it will add an int, but we won't return 0 there. Let me see. Get fiber index. Yeah, we return something called this dot fiber index. Thank you. And we add it as a field inside the same thing, and it's integer. Now that we have it, we need to save it and load it from NBT. And for that we need names again. And here I will add it. Now I can rename all of them, of course. No, yeah, it gives us the option, so thank you. This guy. is fluid glue, this guy diamond, this guy oil, this guy carbon, iron, quartz, gold, redstone, glowstone, lapis, ender, calcium, on switch. And this will be uh, no, what did I do? Factory, underline on switch. And we need to add another one at the end. Let me take a look just to keep my sanity for the names, or I should, yeah. What did I named it? Is this guy? No, not that guy. Here, this guy. It's fiber index, and I will come back there later. But in here we need to say nbt dot set int this time, or you know, it will be just 12 of them. So I can say set byte, I think. Let's see. Was it a byte? I think it was a byte because that's the minimum that I can use. So I was derping. I was putting it as short, but if you come back to your calculator and say, okay, we have 12, make it a byte. Oh, you see, we are just using the first 4, okay? And binary, that's the way you see it. So we are just using 4 bits, and of course you will see that later. But anyway, now names dot nbt dot factory, where are you? Oh, factory there. And what we want now, we cast to byte the fiber index, okay? And what is not, why are you not happy for? Cannot cast into Java language byte. Why not? First this dot, that won't change anything, but why not? Why are you not happy if it's lowercase? Yeah, that's the proper one, okay? So byte, then when we are reading from byte, well, it's easy. We say fiber index equals to nbt dot read get byte. The byte we written is names dot nbt dot fiber index, okay? And it will cast automatically to integer without any problem. Okay, now that I think about it, we are using 4 here and 6, sorry, 12 there, 6 here, 18, 1 here, 19. Calculator, please, we go into binary, 1, 1, 1, 1, this is 4, this is 8, this is 1 byte, 19, huh? No, that's not the proper way. Okay, so we read and write a byte here, okay? And then converting that byte to the factor index, and you can see easily there, because if we are going to decimal and say, okay, our index is 12, if we go back, we are still below the byte, and I think the byte accepts up to, clear, where are you? Come on. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we go back to decimal. Yeah, 256, 255, sorry. So up to 255 numbers can be cast up into a single byte. And there we go. So we read and write our fiber index. Now I can change the name to not that. No, cancel. We use this, and this is factory fiber index. Okay. So here back we got our get fiber index, and come back to factory GUI. Now we have fiber index. What we want to do with that? Well, first of all, let me copy paste it and then speak about what I'm doing. Calculate power hearts, you go down, you come up. There we go. So you see that I have a factory-based GUI, but it's not that. We need to bind the texture there, and we draw a rectangle here. Okay. What did I name that? Rectangle. Oh yeah. Okay. Move that part. Am I in? No, sorry. All of this guy goes to hell. This is for background. In foreground, yeah, this is the part I was looking for. We finished that part. Okay, this is the part I was looking for. Sorry. There we go. And remove that. Okay. So we let's mark. No. We need to work on it. Okay. So fiber index. We don't have the fiber index. The fiber index is another integer in the factory itself. So alt insert. Control int this fiber index, and it's an integer. We call it equals to 0. Okay. Now that we have that part, we need to make this method. So alt enter, create the method int factory. It accepts an array of int, and it's get ingredients at index. Get ingredients at index. Yeah. Here we return a new array, and that is int. This is index. We return. Now this is getting you confused, but later fiber gradient needs in index. Okay. So I need to now create this field that is there, and on top this is the array, and I will tell you what this means. Okay, equals to this. Now this means if my first thing here is the first fiber, okay, these numbers are the numbers on the bar itself. Let me run the game. I'm not sure if it will run. No, it will run. Okay. So for example, our first you see our very first fiber will be black. Okay, for black I will need 10 glue from here. I will need 2 diamonds. I will need 1 oil. I will need 50 carbon, 5 uh, iron, 3 quartz, 5 gold, 2 redstone, 5 glowstone, 2 lapis, 5 ender, and finally 10 calcium. So these numbers are corresponding to these things, okay? And each line is another fiber type, okay? So that's just my numbers, and of course all of them will be converted back to configs later, but for time being that's how it works. And here at the end I'm just getting the index, means uh, the fiber type, and I'm returning the needs for that fiber type that was line of array itself. Here I will say, okay, I get a list of integers that is needs of our fiber. Then I will get the ingredients, that is glue, diamond, oil, carbon, blah, 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 blah. Then I will get the float maximum needs that we have, okay? Then I will go through them. We say integer indicator height is this guy divided by the max multiplied by 85. Then I will draw the rectangle again and define a rectangle there and draw the ingredient and the number, okay? So we will see something like this. Of course, you won't see the numbers correctly until I draw the indicators now, but I want to finish one method. So remember, we have fluid that is 100. If I move my mouse down on the same spot, you will see something like this. Hey, glue is 500, but we have 100. So where is that? We have 100. We need 500 for the black, okay? That is how I'm defining this. Of course, as I said, I will draw a marker here now that will help you find that, okay? But let me see if I have anything else to draw on the foreground. I don't want to jump on foreground and background. I don't have you, I don't need you, no you, and factory. On the draw container foreground layer, after drawing all of them, no, so we are finished with foreground, okay? But as I said, in background, when I draw the bars, I want to draw more stuff. So what are they? Well, you recall we had coloring issues. If I would draw them before these guys, first of all, we want to solve that. So we disable the lighting, we disable the blend, then we bind to our factory base texture, and of course I need to now define this guy again. Didn't I define it yet? It's impossible. Factory base GUI, okay. I named it a bit different, factory based GUI. And now we get again the needs. we get the maximums again. So we get the maximums again. Okay. Then we loop through them. So for int I is equals to 0, semicolon, I is less than needs dot length. And I think this section I hard casted the number again. Come down, come down. Yeah, it's better to use the needs dot length, because later on you may want to change the amount of needs. You know. So needs dot length. Where was I? It is easy to lose yourself in the codes. And I plus plus. Remember, now I'm drawing the background. We finished the foreground. Okay. In the background, we say, and remember, all of this is happening when you are in active tab. Oh, wait. We want this part to happen when we are in tab 4. Okay. So now we say int indicator height equals to, we cast into int the needs of I multiplied by 50 divided by fluid, come on, type it correctly, fluid max of I multiply it by 85. Few magic numbers. One of them is 50 here, and I don't have any magic number here, I think. But somewhere else we will have that magic number again. Let me find it first. The amount, close the amount. No. This is the only time I get the magic number, and the reason is that I tried it. That's the only place I think. I'm checking my second notes here, and yeah. So that is the only time I'm using this magic number here, and I tried different things, for example 5, 10, 15, and that was the only time that I got it close to the amount that was proper, and I think there was a relation between 5, 50 and the height, but I forgot the calculations then. You can try it. Anyway, now that we got the height, we say draw texture model rect from GUI left plus 80 plus I multiplied by 7, comma, GUI top plus 86. So we start from bottom minus indicator height, comma, 194, comma, 57, comma, 2, comma, 3. And let's just see that, because now, come on, why are you showing all of these stuff for me? Don't show them. Because now we will see the result of that foreground thing better again. So remember, we have a fiber type here. That is the black fiber. You see now we have these little arrows, and here is much better indication now. If I go to fluid ender, we see the complete fluid. Okay. And if I come back, I will see that, okay, we need 250 of ender, and what we have is 1200, and this is the 1200, of course. This was the best way I found. It was, it's up to 6400. This is 100, and I estimated that, okay, I need 500, and it's still not correct, because it should be 5 times more. Let me see. Let's tweak this number. 100. Control C. Yeah, it's much more because remember, this is 6400, this is 32, this is 1600, and well, now I'm getting the wrong number because of the two different calculations, but this is 100. And let's do something. The easiest way is to get a screen capture of this guy, save it on hard somewhere, desktop, and open it in Photoshop. Where is that? There. Opening it with Photoshop. And now I can zoom. This is much better way to estimate it, because now I will be able to move it pixel by pixel. So M, and this is 100, Control C, Control V, and this is 200, Control J, this is 300, Control J, this is 400, Control J, and finally this, how many? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, no, didn't hit the key, Control J, and this is 500 finally. And you see, now we are correctly set, okay? Now we are correctly set. So 500, Control J, this is 600, Control J, this is 700. How much the glue's maximum is? Our max glue is 64,000. So let's say that I have 500, why did I put it there? Yes, say that I have 500 and play. And coming back. Okay, so this is the 500, as you can see. This is the 500 glue that is needed, okay? I'll be back. Had a phone call. So this is the best way to define what I'm doing on the graph. You see, I have 500 and I need 500, so it should be around here. And of course, that previous magic number of 50 was correct. And I forgot how did I find it, but I think, well, what was that? 50? I hit a key that I don't know what was that. Wow. Okay. I don't know. Shift X maybe? No. So this 50 number is the correct number, and I think I got this by tweaking the number a bit and finding that 500 relationship. I think it was their way. I'm not sure. But if you run the game now, you see that we have 500 fluid glue and we exactly need 500. Okay, the reason that the Photoshop was not, and you see that it's still working properly, glue 500 and fluid 500. The reason that Photoshop thing didn't work is the resolution, of course. Okay, because we are playing with OpenGL stuff here, and they are a bit different. But now now we can see that we are exactly the same spot, and we can indicate it more by the few lines later that I am drawing here inside the, where was it? No, that's not the line. These are the lines. Okay. So first of all, I set the coordinates for draw 2D dot line. Okay. Then we set the color to black. Then we draw a line from the calculated position. It's the same thing. Dot draw. It's the same thing here. As you can see, it's 80. I just move it 2 to the side and then to the side again. And here we need to say I will need the anti-alias true and the pixel line is white. Okay, so that it don't yell at me. So I just moved the X to 2. The Y is the same stuff. As you can see, that the rest is the same stuff actually. And we gave 2 points. Okay, so it will draw a horizontal line with color black at the arrow position. As I said time and time again, GUI stuff, drawing GUI stuff is more of trying with trial and error, and you can see now that I have lines, and I think I like the position of the line now. Okay, so we know that, okay, we have 500 glue and we need 500 glue for black, but we are not drawing our fibers at all. So I again, after drawing these guys, I should put it somewhere in the GL later because I forget that part in GL. And I make something like this. What is this now? We define a bind texture, but here we refer to texture map dot location items. Okay, this is a texture map because at the back, I should say at the behind of the scenes, what Minecraft do, one second, I will be back. Sorry. So what Minecraft do behind the scenes is that it binds all the textures you gave to him for items into one texture sheet, okay? And I think the same goes for blocks, so that location, yeah, you see, blocks texture, okay? And items texture. So you never see that texture sheet on the folders, but Minecraft is internally making a new texture and bind all your textures for blocks inside one of them and all textures for items inside Mr. Sheep, go away, inside another one, okay? So now here I'm calling that texture sheet for items. Okay, how can we access that? Well, First, we will assign an array of icons. How we do that? Well, this way. And we just say, okay, we need icons from mod items dot get icon, okay, get icon, and what icon we want from a new item stack of this guy, black fiber. What does that mean? Well, if you recall, or let's come back, the old days of generic jitem, we will have a method, if I'm not overridden, okay, in item itself, we have a method called getIcon. Let's find it first. And this is how you can see all the different items inside the game. GetIcon, where are you? GetIcon index, GetIcon from damage. So you can have different images for different item damages. But what we want is getIcon itself, if I can find it. Come on. Well, there is an easier way. Sort them, please, alphabetically. And we go get icon. There we go. So the item class of Minecraft itself has this method, public iIcon, getIcon. But the getIcon needs an item stack, okay? And I think there is another overload for this guy, if I'm not sure. Anyway, so what I'm doing here is I'm saying, hey, oh no, it needs a render pass, okay? So it says, hey, give me an item stack and a render pass, and I will return the getIcon method from stack and render pass, okay? It's an internal method that you can read later, but this is how we are using it. So we are calling our items like that. Let me get rid of the errors first. Okay, we call our items. Now our items are extending from this guy. This guy is extended from items. So by default, all my items will have the methods that are inside item class. One of them is getIcon. So we call the getIcon. Then as the original getIcon, we need an item stack that we give, and item stack needs an item type with the number of amount of inside this stack. So I'm making an item stack from black fiber with one black fiber in it, and we give the render pass, okay? And this is how I'm getting the icons of all the fibers inside the game. And come on down. Then we'll see this guy. After that, we want our active fiber index inside the factory, and easy enough, then we draw a texture, okay? But here we are not drawing model rect. Here we are drawing texture model rect from an icon, and after giving it top and left and top, we tell him that this is the icon we want to draw, and this is the width and the height of the icon we want to draw, okay? Is that all? No, I want something else. Well, I want this guy. I want this guy. So we want to draw the arrow background, okay, if I run the game right now, we will see that we have now this guy, black, and where is my arrow? I think I removed it. No, I draw it. Where did it go? Oh, I forgot to bind the texture again, because remember, every time you are doing with drawing a new texture, you need to go back to the texture you want to draw. Okay, I forgot to assign the texture to draw from. So, and there we go. Now we have our icon from the fiber, that is black fiber. We have a downward arrow inside the final result. So what are the uses for these results is up to us, but what this indicates is that we should be able to change this slot, this item. Then if we have the needed amount of everything that I think we have now, yeah, then we should be able to move our mouse to the arrow and we click it to get the fiber down here, okay? That's at least what it is indicating. Now, we will say, we will define a new rectangle that is here. This is the rectangle for the arrow, by the way. And we say, let's just do this first. If we are inside the rectangle, and this is the side again, but I think I assigned the side now. Didn't I? Nah, okay. So, if we are inside that rectangle, draw something from the same GUI, and let me view the GUI for you one more time. Sources, main, resources, assets, JPiston, textures, GUI. Now this was our GUI, if you recall. So what I did do, I draw this arrow. I want this one being drawn on top of that when my mouse goes into the arrow space. And this is what I'm doing, okay? Draw the arrow again. So let's play it. And if I move my mouse inside, you see, hey, we get the, I forgot it. Okay, I need to extend this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 pixels, I think. Okay, that's easy. We want it to be from here to 9 more to this, so it's 36, I think. Let's try that. Because it's 37, I should use 37 anyway. That 1 pixel wouldn't hurt. Why did I use? I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, so that 1 pixel is out, but now I can move my mouse inside this and I get the arrow. But We want it to only be happening when we have all these needed amounts properly, okay? So how should we do that? Well, we can add if factory dot check needed amount, okay? And then we can add it, come on, no. How should we do this? Well, why didn't you give me the option to create? No, I don't need that. Okay. I will make it myself if you are not happy with that. In here, down there, I will say public boolean, and this is the name of the method. And for time being, we return false, okay? So what I'm doing is that, hey, what are you not happy for? Dot check needed amount. Oh yeah, I forgot the parentheses. Okay, so what I'm doing is that if we have the needed amount, draw that, and by default we don't have the draw amounts now. And if I go inside, going to the tab, and you see that that arrow is not being played, but we have the needed amount. So we will come to the functionality of the t-factory later, but I think for this episode that's enough. We have other stuff to do when we are in another tabs, and there is a reason I called this guy draw tab curves. Okay, this is tab 4. We have tab 1, 2, and 0, and 3 to draw some curves in them. The tab 5 is just a, so let me put it there. So if, no, what is that? If tabs of, if active tabs equals to tabs index of 5, we have nothing to do, so I comment it as no op, okay? Because that's just a chest. But before that, we need some other stuff. So Control C, coming all the way up, because we are finished the tab 5. And here we will say if tab index is 0, if it's 1, and I will be back. Sorry for the break. Okay, so tabs 1, tabs 2, and tabs 3, of course. Okay, and in each one of them I will comment them, because that would be greet section for each of them. So this is tab 1, this will be tab 2, this will be tab 3, and this is the tab 4, and of course we have the tab 5 here. This is tab 5, and I can close that because we are finished with that one. And finally tab 6 that has nothing in it. Tab 6 that has nothing in it. So that's the reason I'm closing them inside tabs, because now I can close all of them and organize my code much better. And if I open it, now I have these guys inside that I can work in. I will add the curves in next episode, and see you guys. Have fun everyone. Bye bye.